7:50 on this West Virginia morning. I'm Joseph Zedjevich. Before she passed on Tuesday, singer and country music superstar Dolly Parton left her mark on West Virginia.
The people of West Virginia are just like the people in my home state of Tennessee and the way we grew up, knowing how hard times could be.
That story and more coming up on this West Virginia morning. Support for West Virginia morning is provided by Hope Gas, committed to the growth and development of West Virginia to strengthen the community. Information at W.Va.com. Governor Patrick Morrisey has announced the replacement for a state delegate who recently resigned. Chris Schultz has more.
Morrisey announced Tuesday the appointment of Republican William Bill Vest of Oak Hill to represent House District 50 in the West Virginia House of Delegates. Vest will serve through the end of the year. The winner of the November 3rd general election will be sworn in to serve District 50 in January. Vest is filling the seat vacated by David Elliott Pritt, who resigned last month after his arrest on allegations of enticing a minor. Pritt was federally indicted last week on 3 charges, including sexual exploitation of a child and tampering with a witness. He appeared in court Monday, where he pled not guilty to the charges in the indictment. Pritt's trial is now set for the morning of October 5th, and he will remain in federal custody until then. For West Virginia Public Broadcasting, I'm Chris Schultz in Morgantown.
National Save a Life Day is less than a month away, but there's still time for you or your organization to get involved. Maria Young reports.
Since 2021, the nonprofit SOAR West Virginia has coordinated an annual day to distribute free naloxone kits that can save the life of someone who has overdosed. It started in 2 counties in West Virginia. This year, with 4 weeks to go, there are nearly 700 free naloxone events in 47 states. National Save a Life Day coordinator Caroline Wilson says the event has the greatest participation in West Virginia.
Last year, West Virginia gave out over 30,000 doses of naloxone, and our total across the nation was like 133,000. So that's a pretty big chunk in West Virginia.
National Save a Life Day is set for September 24th. Visit savealife.day for more information. For West Virginia Public Broadcasting, I'm Maria Young in Charleston.
And for weather in West Virginia today, mostly cloudy skies to start us off. Some chances of afternoon rain showers and possible thunderstorms with temperatures from the mid-80s and upper 70s. Tonight, more cloudy skies and continued chances of storms with temperatures from the mid-60s. Tomorrow, Thursday, mostly clear start, continued chances of afternoon showers with temperatures from the mid-80s with high humidity. Friday, mostly cloudy skies with temperatures from the mid-80s. Saturday, mostly clear skies and temperatures from the low 80s. Singer, actress, and icon Dolly Parton visited West Virginia in 2022 to celebrate the state's full participation in the Imagination Library, an early childhood literacy program she started in honor of her father in 1995. Dolly Parton died yesterday, Tuesday, after a brief illness. This morning, we're going to play a clip from an interview she did with an WVPB executive producer, Suzanne Higgins.
Dolly Parton, welcome to West Virginia on what is now the Dolly Parton Imagination Library Day.
Well, to have a day named after our Imagination Library is a wonderful thing, and I'm always glad to be in West Virginia. Everybody's been good to me through the years.
Now, the Imagination Library is, of course, your early childhood literacy program that you started almost 30 years ago. It has spread from your home county to really a worldwide program. For you to see a state like West Virginia, small, rural, certainly with challenges of poverty throughout our state, to see West Virginia embrace your program, the Imagination Library, really invest and partner with your foundation. It must be very gratifying in terms of what you set out to do so many years ago.
Well, it is very gratifying, and I'm very touched by it. And the people of West Virginia are just like the people in my home state of Tennessee and the way we grew up, knowing how hard times could be. But the Imagination Library is for all children, not just children that are having hard times. But children, I think, really their little minds are open to learning things. And I think if we can get books in their hands, teach them to read, when they're young, in their most impressionable years, I think that's always a wonderful thing. But me being able to help children all around the country and even in parts of the world, but being here in West Virginia, I just really feel like I'm kind of home. So I relate to the children here as I do the children in my own home area. So we're very proud and honored to have the Imagination Library here at all, and now to say that we may just be all over the whole state. That's a great, great thing for us.
Tell us a little bit about how the program works. A family member registers a child, hopefully a newborn, so they can go through the program until age 5. What can that family expect?
Well, first of all, people do need to know that. A lot of people don't understand that there's no money involved for them. All the parents have to do is to register the child. And that little child gets a book a month, and it comes in the mail with their own little name on it. So as soon as they get big enough to know they're getting this book, they run to that mailbox and they bring it in and have someone else to sit down and read with them, which is great. It's kind of a great way to bring families together, too, whether it's a parent or a grandparent or brother or sister. But it's a wonderful thing just to register and get that little kid going, and it'll learn to love the books, the smell of books, the touch of books, and just, it just really opens their little minds to possibilities.
Talk about the inspiration for the Imagination Library.
Well, the way I started the Imagination Library was back in my home area of Sevier County, Tennessee. My dad, like so many there, like so many here in West Virginia, they were hard-working people living on farms, and they didn't have, they had a bunch of kids, and the schoolhouses were miles away, and most of them didn't get a chance to go to school, and they couldn't learn. They didn't learn to read and write. My own father, that's who I started the program for. And my dad was he was smart, so smart, and just knew how to do everything, but he just could not read and write, and he felt he was too old to learn. So I thought I need to do something to lift that burden off of him, because he's such a good daddy and such a good man and so smart. And so I said, Daddy, why don't we start a program, where we give books to children from the time they're born till they start school, and that way they can learn to read in their young years. And so we started out thinking, well, maybe it would go a few counties over. The next thing you know, the governor at that time, Phil Bredesen, took it all over the state. Then it went into Canada, and now we're basically all over the world, because my sweet daddy and me thought up the idea to get on out there and do something, and my dad took great pride in that. And it was almost, he felt like that it was almost meant for him not to be able to read and write, because otherwise we wouldn't have had this. And my daddy got to live long enough to see the Imagination Library doing well. So I always feel Daddy every time I'm out doing this. I feel Daddy's presence inside me, and so I really think it was a meant-to-be thing. There's a reason for everything.
That's beautiful. Here in West Virginia, we've been involved with the program now for 15 years.
Oh.
And I'm told by the West Virginia Department of Education, which administers the program here, that the foundation has mailed 3.7 million books to West Virginia children over the years.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Huge
impact. And so we're hoping that number grows and grows and grows, because if you can read, you can learn about anything you want to, even if you can't afford a big education. You can find a book on anything you want to learn.
That was the late Dolly Parton talking with the former WVPB executive producer Suzanne Higgins in 2022. Governor Patrick Morrisey issued a proclamation ordering flags at all state facilities to be flown at half-staff in honor and remembrance of Parton. West Virginia Morning is a production of West Virginia Public Broadcasting, which is solely responsible for its content. Support for our news bureaus comes from Shepherd University and Marshall University School of Journalism and Mass Communications. Maria Young produced today's show. Listen to West Virginia Morning weekdays at 7:49 on WVPB, or subscribe to the podcast and never miss an episode.